Alright people, this is the Fallout 76 by the channel Internet Historian. Fallout 76. What a terrible game by a company who's been putting out hit after hit for past 2 decades. Let's hope it's just one time thing. Fallout 3 music.
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead. Or working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76. June 2018. It began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Yeah, I was
waited
there.
long enough, guys?
Oh God, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
I was watching that stream.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My God, it was exciting, and they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time, the press conference. 16 times the details.
Yeah,
16 times the detail. All new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map
It is
size.
4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My God, it was exciting. November 14th, 2018. The game goes live with a day 1 patch of 50 gigabytes.
For fuck's sake. I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye world, goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads, bugs, bugs, bugs everywhere. Server crashes, game crashes, old bugs imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too texturous, an all-consuming void. Error log 307. Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame rate.
Dude, Fallout 76 multiplayer is in own self is stupid. All point of Fallout is the serious grimness, the, great dark type, not too dark, but, post-apocalyptic missions and being the lone wanderer. It's one of the, lone feeling game of all time, and you're gonna have friends in this. People are gonna walk around with party hats, tons of people having fun. That's not post-apocalyptic. This whole concept of Fallout 76 is opposite of what all Fallout is.
Problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies.
It kind of speaks for itself.
Spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise! Floating objects and a traveling merchant. Just to name a few. Joseph Anderson has a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is 3 hours long. But it gets worse. Error CE348780
That is unacceptable.
can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and
1001 bugs, a 3-hour long video. I mean, even an indie company with 6 people can test things that would prevent half of those bugs. What the hell is Bethesda doing?
console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it. Many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else. Reddit. Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad. Oh dear lord, they hated it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
Almost heaven.
Oh, this song.
West Virginia.
This song is not Fallout song. It's one of the old song. But to the people who like this song, it's ruined now because of Fallout 76. Because every time I hear this song, I feel like, oh no.
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah.
I really liked the song before all these issues. Because, you know, I love Fallout and the music was really good. But now, only thing I can think of with this song is just all the issues of Fallout 76 and how horrible the game is.
And the YouTube community had this to say.
It's really f***ing boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short, Fallout 76 is morally...
Yeah, it's, you know, yeah, even though I didn't play much, you know, I played a bit, but then I saw a lot of people playing and I got the concept. It's just, there is no really creative storyline, you know. There is no fun of that, like Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, you know, mostly 3 and New Vegas. The level of storyline, the deepness it had, the feel of like you're a person doing things in this abandoned nuclear waste. Now there are lots of people there, they're doing parties and God knows what. Not much of creative storyline. Obviously no NPC and they add a DLC now, but I think the damage is done. So nothing more creative, no main storyline. I mean, when I look at the map, they created this terrain, the map is incredible. Imagine Fallout 3 or New Vegas, there were storyline factions in this map. How awesome this game would have turned out. But no, they had to make it multiplayer and, you know, boring. They just focused on, you know, people are going to, you know, play around with them, the parties and things like that. No storyline needed. I mean, that's just stupid. The entire feel of Fallout was ruined. Only Fallout about this is just the name and how the, you know, the characters and things are used.
technically and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people didn't enjoy and have fun with this game, but what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read.
Man, if you take 6 rocks and bring 4 people, they'll make some kind of thing that would be enjoyable. People enjoyed it, that's not really a height of a good game. People can enjoy anything if they're together. That's the thing of multiplayer. You can make anything. If you're playing with other people's friends, you can make anything work. That doesn't mean it's good.
So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight. Too tight. Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just
We're
finished.
gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework.
That was
What
the
else
biggest
could you
issue.
expect?
That's why I give my kids
Fallout 76.
a full.
Now, Bethesda could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were unencrypted and you could wall clip into the quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility. Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer and a blindfold to wildly
Just
flail
works
around and take
with a
down
shotgun.
anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas.
But this just works and a shotgun attacking people. That's just too funny, man.
They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back. But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach. One more exploit. In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items in the game and it would be an absolute disaster. Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts. At first, they tried the usual approach, banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater! Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't much better.
I remember there was a guy who was one of the most loyal Fallout 76 player. You know, put in hundreds and hundreds of hours, not just in one character, but there was 2 characters like that. And you know, he just got banned because of some stuff. Bethesda didn't see that he has been playing for hours and hours. That's just, I would be pissed beyond measure.
People would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit. Then get the fuck out. Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items. Then transfer that stuff to your main account and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game. So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast before it ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, cheater. Do you want to tell us how you did it and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room. November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount. From $60 to $40, to $35, to $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller. Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products. But to Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to $0, because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins are, and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although what's the point of a hard copy? So 76 sold less than a sixth.
Or let's be honest, that's the day one purchases mostly. You wouldn't have done even that.
Of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code? And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control. If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play. Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response? Shut it down, lads. No, No, no one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customer service man engage.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience. Die.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
A bit of an overreaction, but probably also fake. Second, the media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal. November 27th, 2018. Miglatio and Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems, then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel. Ad time. Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth. Oh my god. We must do something. Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no! Now people think I'm dumb and I have died a virgin. Don't let this happen to you. Get Curiosity Street. It's a streaming platform with some of the best documentaries and non-fiction from around the world. Partial nudity? Maybe if you look hard enough. But more importantly, the most arousing thing of all, knowledge. Works for your Roku, Android, etc., etc.
What the hell? What the hell was the build-up? That made no sense to this ad.
It works on everything, okay? Science, nature, history, tech, society. CuriosityStream.com/internet.
I didn't have the knowledge to stop the video, okay.
And for unlimited access to the world's free top documentaries and non-fiction series. Use the promo code Internet Historian during the sign-up process to get the first 30 days free, then cancel any time. Wink. Please, look, I need sponsors. I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it, and now I'm back to square one. Please. CuriosityStream.com/Internet Historian.
Why does he say that and these sponsors don't get pissed, man?
Ad's over. Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag.
Oh no, not the bag.
Fast forward to the release. And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land, look a bit different. In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in. Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another? You can't do that. So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
That's the whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay guys, this is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do? Well, we've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah! What are you gonna do with your atoms? I'm gonna buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor. Whoa! What about you? Light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate. fuck the bag. He's right. Fuck the bag. Lakewood lemonade, Lakewood lemonade, Lakewood lemonade, Lakewood lemonade, Lakewood. Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently. That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag, except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear. It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas. But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700 atoms. Ooh, just short. Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine, we'll make your precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your
The next Elder Scrolls is screwed, isn't it? Yep, it's screwed.
name, personal details, address, etc., etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close and change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed. Whee! Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and
how is Bethesda's staff this stupid? Do they have any technical expertise at all? I mean, it's like damn kids took over Bethesda Softworks and are running it. These errors are not professional, man.
temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle. How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of merch, a rum drink. Nuka-Dark. Pre-orders available in September. Shipped out on November 14th. $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap, but in return you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum. Okay. A week later, on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say. The usual Fallout standard.
I knew he was gonna take a shot at this.
All of this just works. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell? People were not happy. Look at that ratio. Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed. People began cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually costs us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one. Then what the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker. Some made their own at home and the quality was about on par. But look, if you do...
Alright, you know what? The people who order this are idiots to begin with. Why would you put your money into things like this?
If you want a decent version of this product, there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or that customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars. This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it, so they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine. Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also
What happened to Bethesda, man? When they released that video about saving player 1. At that time, Bethesda was so loved because of all the EA shit. How EA was manipulating all the multiplayer things and, you know, microtransaction. Bethesda hypocritically put the, you know, saving player 1 or something video there. And in a year, they do all these shady things. In some level, they even surpassed EA. I mean, that's just ridiculous when I say it.
also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's cool. Good idea. I'd have that. Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on social media. But does the 76 in $276 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an iron?
Talking about not giving a shit. Just threw it on the ground and took a photo. There. They'll pay $276 for this.
Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, "Good job, print"? Now that's surprising. And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly. Yeah, one of those please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. First, the good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad. A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant, because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop. And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12, a Santa outfit for $20, blue and yellow paint for $18. Oh look, $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas themed emotes, twice the price of these games. The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too. Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal, here in Australia at least, in Canada and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco, the new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too. But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling, and returning only when it's time to get our hopes up once again. CuriosityStream.com.
Only thing I can think of, only thing I'm hoping, is they did all this because of ZeniMax. Those shareholders, those, top of the food chain of the parent company of Bethesda, they probably pressured them. The EA is making all this money by microtransaction with half of investment, half of effort, half of the time, and they're making this much money. Why aren't you? And maybe that forced this, and maybe the Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 won't be affected. That's what I'm hoping. But if it turns out the other way and Elder Scrolls 6, when somebody makes a game, their intent shows in the game, doesn't matter how much effort they put it. If their intent is not to make a good game, but make a good enough game where they could put microtransaction and multiplayer elements in just to make money, that would show. That would be shown in the Starfield, that would be shown in the Elder Scrolls 6 if that happens. And if that happens, then that's the end. Then Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls 5 was the last great games of Bethesda universe. I hope that doesn't happen. This was worrisome. These next 2 years are going to be in pressure because they're going to reveal next year at least Starfield. Let's see how that is.